Here's the complete summary of One Piece Chapter 11-12 after the opening. Hello, everyone, we're back with more information about the latest chapter of One Piece. Actually now it's the complete summary, but before that, help the channel by leaving your like, subscribing. It helps our work a lot, and let's get to the content. The chapter contains a total of 17 pages. Chapter 1112 title, Difficult Aspect. In astrology, an aspect is an angle that planets make to each other in the horoscope. Substitute Pilgrimage of the Child Ogre's Golden Harvest, Yamato, Volume 3, in the castle of the Flower Capital, Kinemon gives some money to Yamato and asks for a favor. The chapter begins with a report from the Marines saying that all remaining pacifistas on Egghead Island have been defeated, not mentioned in the report, but Nostro defeated them. On the northeast coast, Frankie defeats Vice Admiral Red King with the strong right attack. Bonnie turns Vice Admiral Pomsky into a child and kicks him. Vice Admiral Guillotine is shocked by Bonnie's cruelty. No Zoro and Jinbe in this chapter. In the laboratory, York takes Mars to the room with monitors where Vegapunk's message began to be transmitted. Mars fires a huge beam to instantly destroy the room, but the transmission doesn't stop. York explains that the true source of the transmission is a newer version of the Den Den Mushi created by Vegapunk called Haishin Den Den Mushi, Distribution Den Den Mushi, hidden elsewhere. Mars plans to destroy the entire laboratory to quickly eliminate this Haishin Den Den Mushi. But York stops him, saying that the weapon development floor and the power plant are also here. And if the laboratory is destroyed, the destruction will be so strong that it will also destroy the Punk records. While they talk, Mars feels a faint voice coming from the Punk records. He thinks it must be this new Den Den Mushi, so he flies there. Cut to Stussy and Kaku, he is already conscious. Kaku asks Stussy if she was abandoned by the Straw Hat crew right after they betrayed the CP0 for them. Stussy, I chose to stay here to complete my last job. I'll shut down the Frontier Dome while the Straw Hat crew escapes. Cut to Nami's group. Usopp has prepared the coup de burst on the Sunny, but without the Vega Force 01, the Sunny can't fly far enough to reach the sea. Edison tells them to trust him and then flies to break through the barrier. Edison says, simulation of external damage at 78%. I'm not going to die yet. Here I go. Cut to Luffy's group. Jupiter sucks air into his mouth so strongly that Luffy, Dory, and Broggy can't advance and are pulled back. Luffy's face is very funny again. But Luffy has an idea. Luffy says, damn it. If you're so hungry, how about you eat this building? Luffy kicks an entire building to separate it from the ground and then throws it into Jupiter's mouth. After that, Luffy runs out of energy and changes to Old Luffy. Broggy gives him Elbaf's special emergency food called Hakaru, based on a national dish from Iceland consisting of fermented shark meat. Luffy doesn't find Hakaru delicious at all, but immediately returns to his normal form, not Gear 5. Warcury is chasing them, so Luffy uses Gomu Gomu no Red Rock on Warcury's head but ends up hurting his own fist since Warcury's head is very resistant. Cut to Labo phase. Saturn is rising up to the cloud, we can see his legs reaching where Nami's group is. Cut to the northeast coast, to Bonnie's group again. One of the giants is suddenly cut. Nostro appears, standing in front of Elbaf's ship. Nostro looks scary in this scene. Bonnie says, "Ha! Who are you?" Cut to Punk Records, on the last page of the chapter. Mars turns back into human form and enters while Vegapunk's message is still being broadcast. Shaka says, "Stella, we have 1 minute left." Vegapunk says, "I know that." Mars finds Haishin Den Den Mushi on the floor of a dark room. Mars says, "So this is it." Mars looks up and observes something with a serious face. "You're out of luck, Vegapunk." Suddenly, Mars hears something strange. It sounds like a bubble sound effect. End of the chapter. No break next week. Cover and colored spread in chapter 1113. That was the complete summary of chapter 1112. Did you like it? What's your rating for this chapter? Leave it in the comments. Remembering that we'll still have the narrated chapter, and the chapter officially comes out on December 21st by the Manga Plus. Thanks for watching the video. Until next time.